Welcome to the Actors Buzz, a podcast by actors for actors. We're very, very excited you're here. Thank you so much for listening. I feel like I'm hosting a weird old-timey radio. Anyway, whatever. Point being, this is specifically for actors in the grind. If you are out there right now putting in your self-tapes, your audition reels, and you're doing the work to establish your career, we're with you. The group of actors you're going to meet on this podcast are in the trenches with you, taking grenades. They're out there working for the passion and the art that they love. And we're just excited you're here. I'm Misty, and this is my friend, a man that I admire for so many reasons, Chris Calhoun.
How's everybody doing? What's going on? Always good to be here, Misty.
It's always good to see and hear your voice. You have such a really calming presence about you. Have you ever been told that before?
All the time. I'm the level-headed person in the friend group.
The level-headed person in the friend group. I gotcha. My friend group was lacking that person. I think I was supposed to be the level-headed.
Oh no! If you think you were, then you probably were supposed to be.
That's true. That is true. I think I did pretty well in high school because I wasn't popular and I was that weirdo. And so it's easy to be level-headed when you don't have opportunities to not be level-headed. So yeah. I was like, sure, I'll not party this weekend. Got it.
Yeah, you're singing my song, Misty. You're singing my song.
Well, Chris and I wanted to talk today specifically about the art of acting and the love for it. The why. Why acting? If you're listening and you've been bit by the acting bug, as they speak, you understand this passion and this question, but I wanted to kind of pick your brain, Chris, and find out from you what it is that draws you to this specific art, this specific expression of creativity. What is it?
I always found comfort in movies and TV shows and all that stuff when I was a kid. I found myself like reciting lines and doing voices, accents, and following along with stories. And it was almost like second nature to me that when I found the comfort in it and I was able to express myself in a way outside of who I already was in my personality, it was just like wires touch. It just clicked for me.
Did it let you like explore other walks of life and other experiences and other mindsets, I guess? Is that what you found comfort in, or was it an escape from?
A little bit of both. Seeing, like a good football movie like Friday Night Lights or Remember the Titans or something made me want to play football. It was like, I want to run with other guys and hit and go to the parties and wear the jerseys and all that kind of stuff. And then on the other side, it was, like I said, it was the voices and the lines and making people laugh and being able to pull that line out of my pocket when the time came and somebody said the right thing and I can recite this line and it fits perfectly in the life.
Did you always have, first of all, you're hitting all of my sweet spots. All of those freaking sports movies make me cry like a baby, like every single, I can watch it 100 times.
Right.
And you get to that halftime or that, fourth quarter, 5 minutes left, that speech, that impassioned, and I'm just a wreck.
It never gets old.
It doesn't. It
never gets old.
But I there's something about the power of us, the power of doing something together that no one person can do alone, and fighting for a cause outside of yourself, that's not just for you, that just wrecks me, just destroys me. Awful. When you're talking about like the lines and stuff, it sounds to me as if you had an awareness of not just the story and the film and the emotional journey it was taking us on, but also the fact that there are individual artists that are
Yes.
am I reading that right?
Right. Like one of my favorite movies is Toy Story, the original Toy Story, 1995.
Mhm.
And when Buzz and Woody are going at it, I don't just see a cartoon on screen. I see Tim Allen. I see them in a booth reading these lines. I see faces. I see emotion. I
Wow.
see, when I see animated movies and I know who's reading it, I can see them doing it,
Yeah.
going through the process, feeling it out.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
and that's when I got good at doing lines and stuff. Was when I realized if I can tap into that,
Mhm.
it just flows.
Mhm. Mhm. That's crazy because I think that's unique to people who are drawn to acting. My children did not watch Toy Story and think about the process to get to the story. All, they were engrossed in the story, but I know they didn't. God, they're probably going to like call me and be like, "Yes, I did." But not that you ever told me. That, ooh, that's Tim Allen and that's Tom Hanks and they're in a booth and they've got it's a unique awareness
Right.
for sure. Okay.
And it's like, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It's like when I watch like a Marvel movie or something, and they're on the green screen. I can see that green screen. I can, I can see that person, and I say they're standing in front of a green screen right now. This isn't a real building, but you have to feel it. You have to
Mm,
look at the color.
mm,
You can see depth, and you can see where it kind of falls short, and it doesn't upset me. It doesn't make me feel any way. It's just like, or like when you're watching an old western and they're
yeah.
riding on the buggy,
Yeah.
and I'm looking, and I'm like, this is a piece of paper on a roll behind
Yeah.
them that's rolling. And I don't ruin it for everybody else, but I'm like, I see what's going on
You
here.
can see the
It's the
art
the
behind.
wagon bouncing. Yeah.
Yes. Even some of those, for whatever reason in my head is the James Bond car crash scenes, right?
Right.
And any camera shot inside the car, you can clearly tell. And now I've trained myself to watch for repetition and to watch for, oh, that building went by again, or that's the exact same intersection, those moments. But I think if you're passionate about the art, that is just a glimpse into the magic of movie making that you're seeing.
Right.
And so
Exactly.
it doesn't pull you out, it fascinates you. But yes, yes. Okay, so that's the magic of movie making, but it's not a perfect by any stretch industry. And we hear, I feel like we're inundated with the things that are bad today, when we're
Right.
hearing news come out of Hollywood or New York, even independent films and producers and whatever directors, we're hearing so much of the bad stuff. So let's just put it out there. If you could change one thing in the industry, what would you change?
Um, I mean, there's so much that we're always improving
Mm-hmm.
as artists and as art form and as a society. We're always improving, but I would have to just say probably just opportunity.
Mm,
You see, I think too often people get indicted in like star-studded cast movies. And it's like I love a good star-studded cast because they're
sure,
some of my favorite actors. I love
sure.
seeing these powerhouse actors get together and do an amazing project. But I'm like, how many stars are out there that we haven't seen yet?
Mm,
Because we are getting so many star-studded cast movies, and it's like back to back to back. It's like, hey, I,
mhm.
I, I already love you as an actor. I already love your work.
Right.
So let's see the next star that's coming up that
Mm,
is not getting his chance. That's stuck on Broadway or stuck doing indie or
mhm,
is doing his own projects or
mm.
whatever the case may be. But I would love to see some more opportunities for up and coming people that are really talented to do major work
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
really just just blow up off of just one project. Just
Mm,
let's see somebody that we've never seen in a I know Tarantino said he's doing his last one, but if he were to do,
sure.
let's see somebody we've never seen in a really big blockbuster movie.
Yeah. Yeah. There's something exciting about those new, when you watch something and it explodes, it goes huge, and it's an unknown talent. I'm even thinking of Stranger Things when it first hit.
Right.
There was a lot of those actors that weren't mainstream household names. We weren't familiar with them, and people were looking them up and what else have they been in? And there's an excitement to that because we feel like we discovered them too. It feels like
Right.
our moment of discovery. And I think the industry, it's a risk, right? If you're going to dump that much money on a big budget picture, your leading cast they hold a lot of people's fates in the palm of their hand. And so I get the inclination to go with tried and true, but also let's not act like these production companies aren't swimming in the dough. So every
Right.
now and then, take a risk. You're willing. I mean, let's face it, some of these big budget, major star films have been complete flops and they've lost hundreds of millions of dollars on those projects. So why not? Why not take the risk sometime? I think you're right. I think you're right. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, talk.
No, so just a thought.
Tell me.
No, it's just that we're just bouncing the idea around. It's just a thought.
Share your thought.
I'm ready to hear what you have to say next. I'm good.
I
I
was going to
promise.
ask you the next question in my notes. And
Go
so
ahead.
share the
Let's
thought.
go.
Okay. All right. Now you're killing me because now I really, really, really want to know. Now it
Come
feels like,
on.
so we have a
I'm.
rule in my
You
house,
know I'm
Chris.
gonna get to it.
Okay, you get one every 24 hours in my house. You get one time to start a thought and then self-edit out loud. You get one. So when you
Okay.
go like, I was, and then you go, okay, that's your one. You've used it for 24 hours. So anything else that you start to say, you have to finish. Okay. Okay.
All right.
What do you wish somebody would have told you before you started acting? What is one thing along the way that you were like, would have been good to know?
How easy it can be to start. How
Really?
easy it's we see it as this big difficult thing, but it's as easy to be anything in the world that you want it to be, as long as you can take the steps towards it. So like when I first started modeling, people were like, how did you get started in that? Or how did you become that? Go to castings. Go talk to casting directors. Go literally just walk into a room full of models. And once you walk down the runway, you are seen as a model. Even if you have never modeled before, even if you don't make it in that show, at that point in time, you are a model. Now, are you a professional model? No. Are you a household name model, a supermodel? No. But every time I go into a casting and walk down the runway, I'm a model. And so with acting, it's like learn some lines, do some self tapes. When you go into a casting office, they're gonna say next actor, even if you never acted before. Okay, let's see the next actor. And I know when I was little, and I like I say, even though I was doing the lines and stuff, when I would watch movies, I never told myself I could be an actor, or I never said, I wonder what it takes to be an actor. And I just saw it as something, a pinnacle. I just saw it as somewhere I was down looking up at. That nobody said, hey, learn some lines, go find a casting director, go tell your parents, hey, I want to act, and let's set this up and move forward from there. It was just like something I was just looking up at that I never even saw a chance to get into, because I didn't know any actors. I
Mhm.
didn't know you could just go do that. You could just like, oh, I want to be an actor, and then take the steps towards that. So
What was the very first thing that you auditioned for?
the first thing I auditioned for was a small independent film that they shot here in Houston. I can't remember the name directly. It was like Everywhere But Here or something like that.
Okay.
And it was literally self-tape at home, white backdrop, had my niece holding my phone because I didn't even have a tripod yet. Just the most basic setup. And from there on, it's been self tapes and stuff like that. I've done a few where it wasn't even. I've done more gigs off of being a model where they were like, okay,
Mm,
we're doing this modeling thing, and would you like to read some lines while you're here as a part of this? And I was like, sure, absolutely. And those are super
oh.
easy versus just being just going out going out and auditioning for something,
Mhm.
not necessarily being handed a role, but then already seeing who I was through actions as a model and be like, okay, I think
Right.
we can trust him with this,
Mhm.
and read it. We'll see, and then like literally like reading that day and then recording that day.
Wow. I'm positive people don't think about modeling as an inroad on site right there, to someone likes your look. We forget how small town this industry is.
Right.
That the guy shooting this is also involved in that project, that the person directing this is also involved in that. And your exposure, the more that you get off your couch and go show up, terrified or not, the more you're exposed to people that, okay, you're not right for this project, but I have that project. And you start to get recognition and, oh yeah, I remember you, Chris, I wanted you to do whatever. I think that you can't stay at home and wait for your big break. You have to be actively out there.
Absolutely. The first modeling agency I ever went out for had me do a cold read, and even though I told them I wasn't there for it, I hadn't even thought. Like I said, I still hadn't thought about acting just yet. But they were like, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and take this and give us a read on this?" And I probably butchered it up pretty good because when I wasn't in an actor's mindset,
Mm.
or like I said, I was just there to do a couple walks up and down the runway and take a few headshots and be out the door. And so it was like, now they want me to do this cold read, and I am extremely cold. So like the coldest cold read I could possibly give. And they're like, okay, and we went on with our modeling stuff. But is it, when they're looking for talent, or when they're looking for skill set or whatever, it doesn't care. They don't care where you're at, or
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, just give us a shot. Well, why
Mm-hmm.
not?
Mm-hmm. And then the
So
next time it happened, you were like, oh, I know this. Okay. All right.
yeah,
Got, yeah. Yeah. You have to, I think you have to be okay getting thrown a curveball. You have to be okay
right,
not knowing for sure everything that's going to happen. It's okay because it's only going to be the first time. And after that, you're going to be more prepared for it. So expect to be thrown a curveball and just understand that I'm only going to swing and miss once. Next time I'm going to know.
next time I'm gonna know. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like once
I
you see
love,
that fastball or that change up or that slider, it's like, okay, I've seen it once. I've got it
yep,
now.
yep, yep, exactly. Oh, that was some that's some baseball. So I don't know baseball at all. So I really enjoy that we just had this moment that if I didn't say out loud I didn't know baseball, maybe people wouldn't know that I don't know baseball, but per usual, I said it out loud. So there it is. You said something about going and that you didn't know it was that easy to just start acting. Like the first time I show up and they call me in as an actor, I'm an actor, right? Like I don't have to attain some kind of super status
Right.
to be able to practice my art. And I think that's huge. And I fully believe, I mean, you guys, the root word of acting is action. It is
Yes.
doing, right? So you have to do something. You can't just read about it. You can't just passively make your backstage or your, you've got, that's great. You need that. But now what are you doing? Go audition, fail forward. Like it's huge.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's just,
Nope, that's the second one. Now you have to finish. It's
no.
just what? Nope, you already used one.
Oh my God.
You have to finish.
It's just that I was just agreeing. It's just as easy as going for it and not being turned away when you feel like stuff's not going to go your way because you're going to get all the no's in the world. And even some of the yeses will turn into no's, and that'll be heartbreaking too. But keep going out and telling yourself, if you want to be an actor, keep telling yourself every day, I'm an actor. I'm going to get better. And no's, yes, it doesn't matter. I'm still an actor.
When in your mind is a yes actually a yes? When do you know for certain? Because I've been on this journey with a lot of actors who got all excited because they got a call back, or hey, they've asked me to do this, and then 3 weeks later the whole thing falls apart. It happens so many times, and I think you're so right. That is more heartbreaking than the no out of the gate, because the no out of the gate, you just put it aside and move on. It's that yes that then turns into a no that has you second guessing. And so at what point in the process are you like, that was a yes and this is a go? When do you know that for certain?
I haven't been in that situation a lot of times as an actor. As a model, I'm not taking anything as a yes until I am halfway down the runway. Because I've been at a fashion show and like backstage and had clothes on and been fitted and like, okay, we're going to write you down for this and it's going to be great. We're going to set it over here with your name on it. And then literally at the last minute, like, okay, we're going to switch this up. You're no longer going to walk for this designer.
Wow.
And it was like, I wasn't mad. I wasn't feeling my best about it, but I know that was my third designer that I was going to do 3. And so I went from 3 to 2. And so I was like, okay, it's not a day wasted. I'm doing something. But it was like, man, it changed that quick to go from, I could have been down the runway in that, and it just didn't happen for me. And so I would imagine like I said, I haven't been in that position as an actor, but I would imagine the same thing and even you hear about people recording stuff for movies, film, television, all that, and then it gets cut. And you're like, I was supposed to be in that scene. Oh, we didn't use that scene.
Yeah.
That you recorded. So it's literally down to the finished product and obviously if you got paid, then hey, whatever, I'm right? Not mad. I'm not bad about the no, but if you are an extra that's trying to use that to build up to the next plateau, and it's like, it's almost like, starting from ground zero.
Yeah. Starting from ground zero and out of a hole, because I've invested time, I've invested whatever, and now there's nothing to show for it. So how do you mentally combat the discouragement? What is your mindset that keeps you from then being like, screw it, this isn't meant to be, this isn't This isn't for me, clearly.
One booking at a time,
Mm.
one gig at a time. Sometimes you have to tell yourself. Sometimes you have to tell yourself, like before you go in, I might not get this, or I probably won't get this, or I'm not too worried about getting this. I'm more worried about the practice or the fun of it, or the craft, seeing who's here, seeing the people, the other people that I know that are in here on the same grind, and you're like, you know what, whether I get this or not, this is not bad, because I see everybody else here that's also trying. I might get some joy from seeing them get it.
Yeah.
It's a hard road sometimes, and you just gotta be able to be like, you know what, it's not the end of the world if I don't get this. I'll try again the next time.
Find the joy.
Always find the joy.
Okay, so what do you personally gain from being an actor? What is it that it brings into your life?
Release. Some healthy detachment. It's a separation from the other grind, the 9 to 5, the in and out, when I'm me every day and I wake up, I go to work, do what I do at work, and I come home and I eat and go to sleep. It's like acting is like I get to be a whole different person for that hour or 2 hours, 3 hours I might spend in class with you and everybody else, and then reading for roles, booking, gigs and auditions. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get into this character while I'm filming, and that everyday me, that Chris, he gets to take a vacation.
Yeah.
He gets to chill out, just sit back, kick your feet up. Right now we're gonna be whoever this character is, and there's always that little bit of me inside the character that's keeping me anchored. And then when I stop, there's a breath from being either one of them, from being me or the character.
Yeah. It's that it's not maybe it's not escapism, but it's like a little mini staycation. It's like I didn't go to the Bahamas. I went to a hotel here in town, and for 24 hours got out of my everyday and just took a breath.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. What do you give to the art of acting?
What I give to the art of acting is what I feel is a fresh perspective. I look at characters way differently than most people look at characters, because when I see that protagonist on screen, I see his flaws too. Like, okay, you want us to like him, but I see where he's a bad guy at. And it's like, you think you want us to see this or that, or all these different elements, but it's like, what about the one that you missed while you were developing this character? You were so busy putting the finer details on it, you missed a few of the small ones. And those are the ones I enjoy. I will find the small stuff and I will root against protagonists all day in the right situation. And everybody's like, he's the good guy. Why don't you like him? I'm like, because he sucks. As much as he's the hero in this story, I wouldn't want to hang out with that guy. I wouldn't want to be friends with that guy. He sucks. And that's probably why I don't watch movies and stuff with my family. And it's like they're sitting here like all enthralled in it. I'm like, this dude is terrible.
Ah, I love that. I like to look at the villain and find their human side and find the place where I can sympathize, the place where I can have empathy for, and not all villains are as well written or as written fully as some of our more recent Marvel villains that have a whole tragic backstory already built in, you know. I which I appreciate, but I find it fascinating to take the villains that look two-dimensional, that appear to just be bad guys, and then look for that one facial expression shift, the one line that makes them fall a little bit and go, ooh, what's the story there? What happened? You know, to try to see behind the veil a little bit.
I love a good villain because a good villain either makes me root for the hero more because he's so bad I just can't relate to him at all. He's like, this dude is absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
So I have to go with the good side. Or it's like, I like this dude more than I like the hero.
Yeah.
And this dude is making the movie for me.
Yep. Yep. I love that. Chris.
Like Vader. I was like,
oh yeah,
screw Luke Skywalker. The dark side is where it's at. Like, screw that blue lightsaber. Give me that red one, man. This guy is him. He's terrible. Yeah. I love him.
Duly noted. Yes. Is there anything that you wish I would have asked you that I didn't?
Anything that I wish you would have asked me that you did? I don't know. If I say something, it'll probably feel to me like I'm asking myself instead of you're asking.
Sometimes the best questions are the one we ask ourselves.
Can I tell them this is a re-record?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody, this is a re-record. We previously recorded this once and there were some sound issues. So now we're back doing it again. The last time we recorded, Misty asked me, I don't remember exactly how you said it, but you asked me when I would know that I made it.
Yeah.
When I would feel like I made it. And I don't remember what answer I gave. I'm pretty sure it was a good one.
It was profound.
But the next day, a better answer hit me.
Okay. Chris, when will you know that you've made it?
I want to be able to make something truly amazing and for my mother to see it. I want to be able to stand up on, I'm not much on watching award shows, and I'm not big on, like, I know everybody's like, I would love to have like a Tony or this, or, you know, they put that as and I'm not big on all that, but I would love to be able to stand up on a stage one day and thank my friends and my, you know, family and my acting coaches throughout my life. And I would love to be able to thank my mom. And when I can make something truly amazing and I can show my mom and I can thank her, because she's been one of the biggest supports to me for forever. And in anything I've done, no matter, I've never done anything really, really, truly stupid, but any little idea I came up with that sounded half good, she was like, try it, go for it. You know, we've got your back. And so I'll know I've made it when I can show my mom something and say, this is what we did. We did this and this, and not just to show her, but for people to have, you know, people to have reactions to it, and for her to see those as well. And that'll be the most amazing thing in the world to me.
That would be the most amazing thing in the world to her.
Maybe.
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me kind of wants you to go get your mom, and I want to ask her if you did anything stupid growing up, because I bet her perspective of stupid and your perspective of stupid are very different.
I've done some stupid things, but I've never been to like jail or anything.
Yeah.
I'm still the good one of the two of us.
There you go. There's
me and my sister. I'm still the good one.
See, thank God for siblings, because there's always someone you can go, well, at least.
I won't expand on it, but like, I'm not that guy, so.
Not today.
Oh man.
Chris, you're awesome. Thank you. Yes, we are recording this the second time because the first time we had sound issues, and you're so gracious. Thanks for doing this twice.
Thank you so much, Misty, for having me twice. And thank you so much for, we kept in contact and made sure we got this rescheduled and got it reshot. And thank you so much for being patient with me and working with my schedule.
Same.
All the things.
Same. Crazy life. Okay. Well, I adore you. Have a fantastic night. For all of you listening out there, do all the things. You've got to be so sick of hearing this on YouTube videos and on whatevers, but like, subscribe, do the stuff. It feels very pandery. I don't know, but I know there's some magical algorithm with some algorithm wizards that whatever. We just hope that you enjoyed and that you feel encouraged. If you are in the grind and you are feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm swimming in the deep end here, I'm freaking out, maybe I shouldn't, that what Chris said to you today gives you a lift and reminds you that it's for the love of the art and for the love of the artists, and get off your couch and just show up, because that's where the magic happens.
Go read those lines, go walk that runway, go start that podcast, go buy that ring light, go get those Bluetooth microphone sets, whatever you need, and make it happen. Go from TikTok or Instagram to a movie star. Go do it.
Take the next step, one step. All right. I will see you soon.
Peace.
Bye. Bye, everybody.